Good morning guys, welcome back to Chris Aquariums. This morning I went past the fish store and picked up some golden apple snails, which we're going to be introducing into the 100-liter planted aquarium behind me. Now, why are we putting these guys in? There is a couple of reasons. As you might remember, we used to have one in the tank, but a little while ago, the place where I'm situated, being South Africa, had a massive heat wave, temperatures up to 40 degrees Celsius, and at the time the apple snail climbed out of the tank, couldn't take the heat, and obviously didn't make it. So now that we're going into autumn and winter, it's a better time to put them in. So the reason I'm going to have them in is a couple, and I'll take you through those reasons now. The reasons to have snails in an aquarium in general is for the most part to help with the cleanup. Now, we do have two cory cats here, which generally clean up any food that's dropped to the bottom, but there are fragments that go between the substrate. And as you can maybe also see, we do have a couple of trumpet snails in the tank. So the reason for the golden apple snail is to help to clean up some of the food at the bottom of the tank as well as on the glass, and to clean up some of the algae that grows around the tank. And last but not least, it should also help to control the trumpet snails, because they'll also eat the eggs that they lay. So I don't think we'll get rid of them, but hopefully it'll be for a bit of population control as well. So that's why we have a golden apple snail that's going to be going in the tank. We actually have two. The other one is going to be going into the goldfish tank, which we'll do an update on in a little bit. So let's get started with the acclimation process of the golden apple snails. So we have two golden apple snails. The one is a bit brighter than the other, and I'm going to take the brighter one to put into the 100-liter tank because I think it'll contrast well with the black background and the black substrate. The first step when you're acclimating any new fish or creature to the aquarium is simply to float the bag in the water. The reason for this is to get the temperature of the bag as close as possible to the temperature of the aquarium so that there's as little stress to the fish or the creature as possible. And then every couple of minutes you take some of the water from the tank and place it into the bag. The reason for this is to get the water parameters of the tank and the bag as close as possible to cause as little distress to the fish as you can. So the snails have been acclimating for about 15 minutes, and we've put quite a few syringes of water into the bag. So now it's time to put the apple snail into the tank. For a lot of fish you would use a net, but with golden apple snails, for the most part, they'll curl up into their shells, and then you're just able to pick up the shell and move them into the tank. There you go. And let's put him into the tank. Perfect. Let's wait for him to get a bit more comfortable and we'll get some footage. Man, that is a beautiful apple snail. I've had quite a few of these, and this is really a beautiful apple snail. So it's a couple hours later and he seems to have acclimatized quite nicely, so I'm sure he'll enjoy his new home in this 100-liter planted aquarium. That's it for Chris Aquariums for this week. Subscribe if you want to see more of my fish keeping journey, and I'll see you in the next video.